You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 10th meeting of the Michigan City Police Civil Service Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Before we start the meeting, I'd ask everybody to rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so we have a quorum. I'll call the meeting to order. Commissioner Kraus here. Commissioner Simmons is not present. Commissioner Matzke is present. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, under old business, we have one applicant moving towards polygraph at this time. We don't have anybody in background investigations, I don't believe. We have one in Perth that I believe is passed, is that correct?
Yes, we have a pension board meeting next Tuesday. Next Tuesday at about 4 o'clock.
And so, if that one's approved, then that would put us, once they're hired, at 82, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then we have one in polygraph or voice stress. And then we have a lateral transfer that's applied as well, correct?
Yes.
Are they in background investigation right now?
I believe that background's been assigned, so
Okay.
that will be,
Okay.
one in each stage there, one polygraph, one background, and one is essentially done.
So potentially if those three are all approved and make it through the rest of the process, then that would bring the department to full complement of 84 officers. Correct. Surprising. Okay. Probationary officer reports, we don't have anybody from the Division of Professional Standards, so Chief Corley will do those.
Let's see, probation officer Fusco, probation officer probation officer CJ Fusco is operating his own on shift 3. Probation officer Jackson Hakes is operating his own on shift 1. Probation officer Ryan Kuntz is operating his own on shift 1 also. They are off FTO, and so their probationary status will end, I think, late August, middle August. They've completed their 1 year. Probation officer Thomas Dolph has completed phase 2 of field training and is currently in phase 3 with FTO Barker on shift 1. Probation officer Alexander Henry has completed phase 3 of field training and began phase 4 with FTO McDaniel on shift 2 this week. Probation officer Casey Kukla has completed 4th phase of field training. She continues to operate as a 2-person unit, and she will be attending the police academy at NYLEA in August. Probation officers Francisco and Bartak have completed their probationary status, so they have 1 year on now and will continue to function as a solo unit with both of them being on afternoon shift. Probationary officer Brandon Drake, Jared Kaselka, Jacqueline Henson, Kaya Smallwood, Brandon Williams, and Brian Woodman are all still actively at the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, doing well, and they are in week 11 right now. So graduation here is again August. First week of August. So we plan on going down to celebrate and graduating from the police academy and coming back home to hit the streets. Once they get back, I think they will be almost in phase 2 of FTO when they get back. So we're looking to have them complete FTO real soon, and possibly before the new year they should be operating as one person unit. And then also Robert Doc has completed 3 months of probationary status, and with your approval, he has been elevated to first class patrolman. now. And also, Probation Officer Hunter Miller has completed his FTO. That was June 1st. He completed his accelerated FTO process, and now he's operating on his own as a solo unit on shift 3. Again, we look forward to him the next couple of months completing his probationary status and being elevated to a first class patrolman. Any questions?
Under new business, I think we'll hold that off because Commissioner Simmons, I guess, has been in communication with the testing company for the promotional testing and to take place in November. And she's not here today, so we'll let her address that next meeting. Back to you, Chief.
Thank you. First, I'd like to send a shout out to the Michigan City Fire Department, the Port County EMS for collaborating with us to do the Safe Citizen series, and then also a big shout out to Chief Walker for seeing something out there that would be good for our community and bringing it back, and we just tweaked it to work for Michigan City. We completed 4 different phases of a series of classroom instruction based around gun safety, stop the bleed, fire safety, and personal protection. We had approximately 40 citizens sign up for either one or more of those 4 classes, and each person was given a small poker chip challenge coin type thing that says Michigan City Safe Citizens. And those of you who are out there who didn't get yours because they weren't in yet, stop in and see. I do plan on contacting those of you all who filled out the RSVPs and completed some of the classes. But it's a great collaboration. We had a lot of input. Every class was anywhere from 15 to 20 citizens that attended, and I think there was a lot of good discussion. I also want to give another big shout out to Lieutenant Mike King, who actually taught both of our sessions that came with great PowerPoints and had a lot of great discussion. We were also able to give out approximately 20 to 25 gun locks between our gun safety and then some other community outreach that we've done. Second, we completed Youth Leadership Academy last month. We had approximately about 45 students participate or sign up. We had about 38 who graduated. By the time you get down to Friday, sometimes you have kids who have been through before and they have another camp or they have to go on vacation. But for the most part, we had great participation. When COVID hit, that kind of put a damper in that program for a minute. And as we tried to get back, we were getting, we had maybe 20 students here and so forth. But now we're getting back to the numbers of when we originally started. And when me and Chief Walker were counselors, about 40 to 50 kids. So they were running around this police department in Michigan City for that week, doing some good stuff. Big shout out to Sergeant Wodowski, who has basically taken that program and moved it forward, and I guess made it more kid friendly and doing more stuff with that the kids like to do in it, but also still continuing that component of having them be exposed to leaders in this community and being on the road, being productive citizens. Secondly, I would like to announce that we will be doing our National Night Out event again this year. Just got approval from the Board of Works and Redevelopment Commission. We'll be using the Civic Plaza lots, which is right there at 7th and Franklin. We'll have both lots, and plus we'll have the 7th Street closed off from Franklin to Washington to have our event downtown. Last year we had a Pullman Field, and I thought it was a success, but you start thinking of, once you do events and you're around special events coordinator Terry Greetham, you start thinking about parking. And so Pullman Field, I think for us to expand right now, doesn't have adequate parking. Downtown does have it around what we're trying to do, so we're hoping to not only attract people that are specifically coming to the event, but also those people just walking by on that downtown foot traffic. So that'll be 5 to 8 on August the 6th. National Night Out is a national event that happens throughout the country on the first Tuesday of August, except in Texas. Texas is the first Tuesday of October due to the heat there. We're hoping just to build, neighborhood participation and build community police relationships better through this event. We do have about 12 to 15 vendors committed. We do have sponsorship dollars that are committed so that this event can be totally free. Police department on our end, we will be doing several demos from our department, and then also having various divisions of the department participate with information and interaction with the public. We have commitments from other law enforcement agencies in LaPorte County, DeBeater also, and we're working with a committee of different organizations like Salvation Army, Centier Bank, NIPSCO, Healthwind, United Way. So we have a great planning committee that's helping us get this underway, and we're hoping to service 200 plus people. I just actually got I got an email from Meyer. They're going to supply drinks and snacks for 200 plus people for that event. We are looking for some service organizations to volunteer to help prepare hot dogs and hamburgers. So if you're a part of a service organization out there and like to participate, please reach out to us. I have reached out to a couple and will continue to reach out. But again, we want to make sure we have free food. We'll have a DJ lined up. We'll have some raffles, police demos, and we will also have entertainment and activities for families too throughout the day. I know the Besley Center has already committed to having an activity station tent out there, and then we have been in contact with. I don't know, shall we build a secret?
I mean, I think it's a go.
Yeah, we've been in contact with a laser tag company, have laser tag.
Some laser tag out
So, Chief Ford knew somebody, and we thought that was a great addition. So we're hoping to have a lot of fun with the community, and the biggest part, as we're having fun, to have the opportunity for us to build relationships. Police community relations are important, but I think community relations are also important. There's a lot of people who live next door to each other or live somewhere and they don't even talk, and I think once neighborhoods start communicating and getting along, I think it's easier to address crime or issues with city services. So that's one of our big hopes, and we look forward to that event. Also, if anybody wants to be a community partner and sponsor a National Night Out, we are still taking sponsorship dollars up into July the 12th, which is this Friday. The levels are, there's a platinum level for $1,000, a gold level for $500, silver level for $250, and a bronze level for $100. Your platinum level will get you marketing, logo on event banner, individual Facebook shout out, plaque at the end of the event, celebration MCPD, get to hang your organization banner at the event, radio show presence, and recognize the demo sponsor. Marketing will get you, gold level will get you all of that, except you will not get the radio show presence or recognized as a demo sponsor. And then silver level will get you marketing, group Facebook mention, certificate of appreciation at the end of the event, celebration MCPD. And bronze will get you group Facebook mention and certificate of appreciation. So again, if anybody's interested in being a community partner sponsor, then please reach out to me before Friday at 4. If you make it, if you at 9 o'clock at night or Friday, you feel like you want to give some money, feel free to call me. I will take that call or that email. And then also, if any organization wants to be a vendor, please reach out to me prior to July 26th. That's the last day we'll take vendors, so that we can start mapping out where everything will be at that event. Also, the Michigan City Police Department will partner with other first responders from LaPorte County, including the Sheriff's Department, LaPorte City Police, the LaPorte City Fire Department, reference a Rescue Reelers event. Last year was called Cops and Bobbers. It's a fishing event. This year's Rescue Reelers. It'll be August 24th, and will be at Boyd Boulevard, the part of Pine Lake, or part of Pine Lake on Boyd Boulevard. No, Pine Lake. I'm not a LaPorte person. Part of the body of water at Boyd Boulevard.
It's off the backside of Beechwood Golf Course. There's a huge lake out there. There was some property that was donated to the city several years ago. The details will, when you sign up, you'll be able to get the details for that. But again, it's right off of Boyd Boulevard in LaPorte. Big pond out there, lots of fish. We dominated last year, so.
It's a tournament style.
City boys know how to fish, so.
Tournament style, and last year we have the trophy here. MCPD. If anybody wants to see it, we should have brought it here. maybe next meeting we'll put it up here. But anybody that's looking to participate in that, registration won't open until July 17th. But what we're doing now is we're actually out again looking for sponsors for the event. There's 3 levels. The bluegill sponsor is $300, the bass sponsor is $500, and the trout sponsor is $700. For the bluegill, you get social media mention and logo on banner. For the bass, you get social media mention, logo on banner, and logo on team shirts. And trout, you get logo on banner, logo on team shirts, sponsored posts, and listed in press release. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, that closes on August the 10th, and you should contact Caitlin, the social worker at LaPorte Police Department, at 219-362-9446, extension 2016. Also, with that, each youth participant would get a free pole and tackle box when they sign up. So that's why it's important for the sponsored dollars. And then the registration for that event will be coming out soon. More specific instructions to register for that event will be coming out soon, prior to July 7th. Right now, we're looking for sponsors if you're interested in being a sponsor. And finally, you will see that the Michigan City Police Department has been working with other city departments this week to do somewhat of a city cleanup. We are parking vehicles that are parked on the sidewalk, parked the wrong way, blocking driveways on the greenway, and more specific, that are abandoned or junk vehicles. There's a big push this week from our traffic division, and then also other departments in the city of Michigan City for that initiative to help beautify Michigan City. You know, those, what we call those quality of life issues that need to be addressed. Also, just as much as the shots fired calls and so forth. So we're trying to be a well-rounded police department, but we ask that you be patient with us at times. If there's anything we're missing, the one thing that we have tried to do these last couple of years for sure is to make sure that we're accessible. So feel free to call one of the chiefs and kind of advise of some things that you see or you want done. We'll look into it and get it done. But again, please be patient with us. We have a lot on our plate. We have a lot that we want done. And, you know, like you all, we appreciate this community and want to make it not only a safe place to live, but a beautiful place to live. And I think that is it for my report. I'm sure I'll think of something, so I'll take Chief Cooley's time to Chief for it.
Again, just to add on the rescue reelers, again, it's a great event. Again, it's a little bit different. Traditionally, we've partnered with JDAI, to have some of these cops and ballers and, you know, bowling and fishing event. Again, it's a great event. It's a great time to connect with some of the youth in our community. And again, we look forward to some sponsors and whatnot. So that material will be going out on our Facebook page here in the near future. So again, we look for assistance with some of that. Again, as far as I didn't bring any notes about calls for service and all that stuff. Chief couldn't usually it's on all that good stuff, but again, we're excited. Again, thankful for the commission again for the last year or so with the efforts. Right, I think, you know, the possibility of being a full complement of staff is exciting. It's something that we haven't had here since probably you left, right?
Yeah, been a while. Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited about that. Had a good meeting this morning with the department heads. And again, like Chief Corley's talked about, you know, point of emphasis right now is those junk vehicles, right? And greenway parking, wrong way parking, stuff like that. So if you have vehicles just laying around your lot, right, there's a good chance that we're going to come put a tag on it, right? So you need to get it in working order, need to have proper plates on it. You know, if the grass is growing around it, it's a pretty good indication that it's a junk. It hasn't been moved in a while. And, you can get on the eMichigan City website if you want to review the ordinance I believe it got posted or is going to be posted to our Facebook page today. So you can see that ordinance there for the details on it. But again, if it's on private property, you'll have 20 days to get it dealt with. And if it's on city or public property, you get 72 hours. So again, take care of the stuff in your yard and, you know, in your neighborhood. It makes everything a little bit, you know, nicer, it looks cleaner, looks better. Take pride in, you know, in your space. So again, so we can all take pride in Michigan City here. So again, it's just something that, again, it's going to make this place a more beautiful place. So work on that. Just tell everyone, obviously, there's been a traffic pattern change in the area of Cool Spring and Tilden and Cleveland Ave. So just remind everybody again to be mindful of the change in traffic pattern as you head down Cool Spring Ave, and there's no longer a stop sign at Tilden Ave. You know, so again, just be mindful of people in that intersection. It does not hurt to reduce speed and make sure we clear that intersection properly as we've all grown accustomed to, you know, the three-way stop there. So it has changed and moved to a four-way stop at Cleveland and Cool Spring, which I think everyone would agree that, you know, that's the busier intersection in that immediate area at Cleveland and Cool Spring. So again, just be mindful of that traffic pattern change. And you know, it's just like when we changed the directions of Pine and Washington and 9th, and, you know, it takes a little bit for us all to get used to those things since we've been traveling those roads for several years. So again, just be mindful of that traffic pattern change there and just proceed with caution in that area for the near future. So that's really all I have. Again, I apologize, I was off vacation the last couple of weeks, so playing catch up. I just say thank you for everybody for a happy 4th. Right, we had a great celebration here in Michigan City, great fireworks. Terry Greetham and Special Events crew did a great job putting that together. A lot of participation from our community. You know, had a great day at the beach there, a little bit of rain, and but we were able to get the fireworks off without, you know, any significant incidents or whatnot. So it was a great event. You know, we love them when all that stuff comes together and everybody can enjoy those events together. So we have a few more of those coming up here. Jet ski races, Aqua Pro National some championship going on this weekend at the beach with jet skis. I think there's volleyball and soccer you can still register for as well. And then the Super Bowl Grand Prix coming up here the first weekend in August. So a lot of big things going down at Washington Park here in the next few weeks. So come down and enjoy. It'll be fun for all. So that's all I have.
I have the June stats.
Okay.
The June stats are total cost of service, 3,634. Total reports taken were 324. Total arrests for June was 158. 20 being juveniles, 138 being adults. Total shots fired calls for June 46. Total firearms seized for June 14. Speeding tickets issued during the month of June were 102, which 99 being warnings and 3 being citations. Just want to point out the shots fired calls are calls that we are initiating and not so much the public. So it may seem like a high number, but it's stuff that we're getting through our rating. And a lot of times, I can tell you these last couple of weeks in June with the fireworks, even though it distinguishes fireworks from gunshots, when you have a rapid amount of fireworks going off like we've had in Access, it sometimes replicates gunfire and then it will alert the system. But I will say our shots fired calls, after we ran some numbers, are down about 30% from what they were last year.
The same time frame.
In the same time frame from January to June. So the technology is working, but also our people are working well with the technology and using it appropriately so that we can minimize the shots fired calls or response times and so forth. So.
Commission comments. First, I'd like to welcome Dr. Cora. He's our new city council liaison. He replaces former Chief Gene Simmons in that role, and he'll get a chance to speak shortly. Another thing I'd like to mention is the passing of retired Officer Greg Donor. He recently passed away. He will have a memorial service on July 16th at 11 a.m. That'll be at Swan Lake Memorial Garden at 5700 East US 20
So a week from yesterday. So anyone that knew, it's at 11 a.m. So anybody a new officer donor, and there's going to be something at the FOP afterwards.
No, DAV.
Oh, the DAV, yeah, the DAV. There'll be a luncheon afterwards, but anybody a new officer donor that would like to come out and pay their respects, sure be welcome. I really don't have much of anything else. Do you know the registration fee for the the reelers?
It's free, right? Yeah, it'll all be free.
Oh, okay.
Everything would be free.
Free event, and again, just looking for sponsorships, you know.
And it's in conjunction with LaPorte County
Yeah.
and.
Yeah, last year, it was kind of cops and bobbers, right?
Right.
Between us and LaPorte City Police. Ultimately, some of the LaPorte Fire Department, has joined on, so we just kind of changed the name to Rescue Reelers, right? To include all of our first responders in LaPorte County. So, again, it's going to be a free event, but again, last year we were able to do a tackle box, fishing pole, some lures and whatnot for everyone that participated. So, again, it'll be free. And again, more of the registration stuff will be coming out soon. Again, right now we're just trying to finalize the sponsorships and some of that.
I'd like to thank the department as well for the efforts they've done with community service over their tenure here. It's more than what is done, I believe, in the past, and you are correct in saying that most residents aren't affected by crime as we know it. They have quality of life issues that they want members of the department to deal with, and addressing those quality of life issues are very important to people. I know abandoned cars and things seems insignificant to some, but it's really not. It lowers property values for people. It's an eyesore. Believe me, I know my neighbor hasn't mowed his yard in the last 2 years, and I see cats chasing baby rabbits every day I get home from work, and he's got some weeds in his yard that are very. Michael Jordan couldn't dunk the top of the weed, so I know how that goes. It's annoying. With that said, I'll turn over to Bruce.
Okay, just want to thank the members of the department for their hard work as usual. Summer's the busiest time, as we all know, or at least historically speaking it is. And even though the numbers are up there, a lot of the young officers are in training. So, but still the good hard work and discipline that they've shown over the last few years has been a benefit to the community, and it definitely shows well for the department and the administration and the city itself. So thank them for their hard work. Dr. Cora, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll bring the level of intelligence from this commission from, down here. It's going to jump way up with your addition. Thank you very much, because we need all the help we can. A side note, not really side note, but condolences to Officer Donor's family. For those of us who knew Greg and worked with him, he had a unique brand of communication, his skills, and relaying his skills in training tactics was a different way, but if you ever went through it, it was a lot of fun, and he always had a joke. We'll go with a joke. Dark humor was the best. We'll go with dark humor, which always lightened the situation. I thought he was a good fella, enjoyed being around him, and condolences to his family. And the memorial is out there at Swan Lake, like Scott said, Tuesday the 16th at 11 a.m. So I'm sure his family would appreciate that. And other than that, that's all I have.
Dr. Cora.
First of all, I want to thank both the commissioners for your kind comments, and Chief Carley and Chief Farker for all you do and all the members of the police force do to keep our community safe and secure. When I was running for county council, one of the important things people ask me is to make sure that the community is safe and secure, so I appreciate everything you do. Talking about summer events, I was in Washington Park on the July 4th weekend. the place, the weather was good, the place was packed with people, everyone was having a great time. And, so I think that's what we want to see in Michigan City, to be known for, that people can come here, be safe, and have a great time together. So I think that's great. And from the council's perspective, I really do not have anything specific. Council President Don Brzezbrinski assigned me to be on the police commission, so I'm happy to be here. And one other thing I wanted to mention was he also wanted us to work together about the cars being parked on sidewalks and things like that. So next Wednesday at 9 o'clock, we're going to have a meeting here for the Public Health and Safety Committee meeting. And so thank you, Chief Corley, for allowing us to use this room. So we'll be here at 9 o'clock next Wednesday. I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Overtime.
Public comment?
Scott Mallon, 200 Kenwood Place. Several things. Great report from Chief Corley. I've spoken to Chief Corley in the past, and since our crime statistics are dramatically down year over year and over several years, I think it's worth making press releases to let people know these numbers, because people's perception of crime is all out of bounds in reality, especially in any index crimes. So even the gun shots being down 30%, that's a big deal.
Scott, sorry for the interruption, but I really thank you for bringing that up. I want to bring it, because there's some perception from the past, and I think with the numbers like this, we need to get the word out.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Yes, I really think it would do well. Your report's great, but let's get the good news out. Based on the new the enforcement of the parking that you just spoke about, I've already been on Facebook this morning to keep up with local news, and one of the concerns is it says 24 hours on public. Your car will be, if your car hasn't moved 24 hours on public, it's the street parking is public. That doesn't seem right. It's only 24 hours of non-moving. You might want to look into that, or there might be a typo in the press release or something. Because a functional car that's properly licensed with air in its tires, I would think it's about a week of non-movement before there's an issue. That's the rule I grew up with in a much larger city than the rest of us. I'd like people to know that we do see that we have a great command staff here. As a citizen, late last year, I came to the lobby asking to speak to the chief of police. And at that time, Chief Forker was the chief of police, and he met with this guy from the public, coming to express some concerns about my favorite subject, the flying cameras. I'm letting it go. Don Quixote is getting back on his horse.
Okay.
But I think we need to know that we have a very responsive command staff here, and I really salute Chief Forker for meeting with me that day. I was at coffee with the chiefs yesterday. And it's great to hear about the Youth Academy, because we all recognize that we can get kids not to be afraid of police and to see that they, are a very powerful tool for our community and members of the community. So even though you had the Youth Academy, and it sounds like a great event. I mean, it must be crazy here for that. Can't even imagine 40 little kids running around. But if we could coordinate with other youth groups to get them to meet with the chiefs in that capacity. I know they're not having coffee, but it was at McDonald's. It's a non-threatening place, and anything we can do to get more youth involvement, I would salute. You guys are doing great. Everything, police, Chief Corley, all these things that are happening, National Night Out, rescue wheelers, is that what it was? These sound great. On a more serious note, there's been a recent Supreme Court ruling regarding homeless people not having the right to basically camp in public. And I know there's been concern of other people in Michigan City that our tent population of people has gone up. Now, and I'll probably bring this up to Common Council, because this is kind of a big deal. It goes into civil rights. We have people with different opinions about how we deal with the homeless situation. But the people of Michigan City deserve clean streets, if you will. Storekeepers on Franklin and anywhere in the city deserve not to have to clean up excrement and other detritus of people sleeping in their doorways. And now that the Supreme Court has ruled, there's this new ruling that, People don't have a right to do that. It sounds like the police have new tools that they can use to clean up our city, for lack of a better word. And I know there's going to be a discussion about this because we've got civil service type people who really care about the less fortunate. But the other side of it is the working tax-paying people of Michigan City deserve a clean city in more than just junk cars. So, given that new Supreme Court ruling, I would encourage us all to look at the possibilities that now the toolbox that now expands for you guys to maybe move people along. Keep up the good work. Really appreciate what you do. The city seems to be again moving in the right direction, and a lot of it has to do with you guys. So thank you very much. Thank you.
So I don't think there's any more comments, so we'll adjourn the meeting. Our next one will be Wednesday, August the 14th at 11 a.m. here. Same